Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the live show with Musart. Today we have a very special guest and her name is Zarqa, who is a TV personality who does various cooking shows and also has recently started helping other families to work for themselves. Now let's hear her story. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Thank you so much for coming all the way.
Welcome.
Mashallah, recently I've just been following you and you've been doing lots of well, I wouldn't say humanitarian, but you've decided to help give back to your community in Pakistan. So before we touch base on that, tell me a bit about yourself. You know, mashallah, you're a cooking host as well, and what got you into this side of things?
Okay, so I've done many various different things in my life, which I won't go through.
Okay, we don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time.
Exactly.
Also, that will give my age away, so I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But I've got involved in TV cooking shows about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Wow.
And since then I haven't stopped. So it's been a really good experience. I'm loving it, enjoying it.
So you haven't been on Gordon Ramsay yet?
I don't think I need Gordon Ramsay.
Maybe Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver seems a bit more tender.
Yeah. You know, I do cooking from around the world,
Wow.
recipes. Just recently in Ramadan, I was on Islam Channel, and I was giving people ideas for iftar and suhoor recipes, and literally they were like from 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Wow. That must have been hard while you're fasting.
It was, but
especially,
you know,
you're having all the heat and the cameras.
Exactly, and long hot summer days. But when you're enjoying something, you just you enjoy it and you do it. So that was very successful in Ramadan. People really enjoyed, you know, the live cooking recipes. I mean, as I said, I've done other ventures in my life. I have been in business as, too. But just recently, and I love traveling, and I think I'm looking forward to doing next is a travel and cooking shows.
Wow.
And maybe that's on a
so how would you
lineup.
cook? Would you be cooking on the side? Will you be cooking on the beach, or will you be cooking where? What's your plan?
At the moment, we are planning to travel to North Africa.
Wow.
Cover you know, places like Morocco, Libya, Tunisia,
Nice.
places like
How
that.
exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting because I travel a lot. That's another one of my passion other than the cooking. So what I want to do is travel, take people to different locations and introduce them to the local cooking. So the famous restaurants and not so famous restaurants, home cooking, stuff like that, give a little bit of background about the country, and then me doing the live cooking.
Using the ingredients of the country.
Exactly, of the local, you know, like if we're cooking at the beach, then using the local Mediterranean fish, for example.
Oh, wow.
To create recipes or stuff like that. So this is all.
There's this lady in India. I don't know if you've seen this old granny who's 100 years old. I've forgotten her name now. On YouTube, she cooks in the wilderness, using nothing but natural things to cook: leaves, watermelons.
Wow.
And her recipes get used quite around the world. And it's like,
yeah,
she's pure and she doesn't measure anything. And she's about 100 years old, and it's called My Granny's Kitchen or something.
Oh wow.
And it's all in the wilderness, like using whatever ingredients you have around, and
yeah,
she's making amazing dishes, and it makes it look so easy. Like, would you imagine cooking in a watermelon?
What? Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen that video on. Yes,
she
I
puts
have.
in the leaf.
Yes.
She puts the leaf inside the watermelon. Yeah, and then covers it, and it steams and steams and steams like a very nice chicken.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you're going to be looking into something like that, using whatever you have.
Maybe not so adventurous, but I think I want to give people the flavor of the country while they're sitting in their homes. I think this is my idea, and to show that, you know, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created so much, you know, like we've got so many countries, so many cultures, languages, flavors, and let's not be limited. Let's explore, let's learn,
of course,
and so this is one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing, but before that, I mean, today I want to talk about my
journey to
Pakistan. So I was in Pakistan in April,
right?
actually I went there for a family function, and what I came back with was far more than just a family function memories.
Which part of Pakistan are you from?
I'm from Lahore.
Okay.
And this is where I mostly stay.
It's a very busy city, isn't it?
It's a very busy city. It's a city for shopping, for food, for living, basically.
Yeah, and the population is quite high in there, and it's very, very hot.
It was
hotter than all the other states of Pakistan.
Exactly, but it's a very lively city.
Yes.
You know, so. But you know, like as I was saying, what I come back with was far more than just the memories of the family function or the shopping, you know, the endless suits that us women we go and you know, like we have made. So I traveled within Pakistan for a whole, say, 10 days. I was there for 3 weeks, and 12 days out of that I was traveling around Pakistan. And one of the city that I visited was Sialkot.
Okay.
Where a very dear friend of mine resides. She's a international businesswoman, and you know, she has her own factory, and she's like doing lots of business to benefit Pakistan, as well as, you know, like internationally. So she travels around the world, but this is not what interested me about her on that particular day where this next journey started. So we went to her factory, and she was busy doing her, like, you know, looking at her fabrics, colors, this, that and the other, and all of a sudden somebody just walks in through the door, and they started to thank my friend. And you know, it was like, it was live. It wasn't a story. It wasn't something I was being told. It was happening there and then, unplanned. And that, at that point, really changed my thought process. So this man walks in, and he says, you know, thank you so much for changing my life. I really appreciate it. Before I used to earn something like 200 rupees doing a waiter service at the local roadside cafe, and now I'm making 45,000 rupees a month.
Okay.
So he was just, so he brought a box of mithai, you know, like something sweet. He said, thank you very much for setting me up in this business, and I'm so grateful. And he thanked my friend and he left. So I said, oh, what was that about? Does he work for your factory, or what you've done? So that's where she told me what she's doing. So if I could tell you about
Yes, please.
it. Okay, so she has been running her business for say about 15 to 20 years, and she is a very charitable person. She helps out people mostly up to that point financially. For example, if it's Ramadan, she will get 10 families and she'll go and buy food packets, and she will deliver that food to 10 families to last for Ramadan. Or if there is flooding or something, she will help out with the money. But this time she said, I had an idea that rather than giving people just cash, like money, or, you know, like help them to set up their life,
yes,
as to speak.
Like they say, you know, if you feed a man a fish, you fed him for a day. If you teach him how to fish, you fed him for life.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
this is what she started doing. She said, I thought of buying rickshaws. So I think you guys all know what rickshaws are.
Yeah,
do you want to explain what rickshaw is?
I think we've got them in London, so we know what they are.
Yes. They call them tuk-tuks here, isn't it?
No, they call them rickshaws.
They call them rickshaws?
I'm sure they do. There's guys with bicycles, and they have thing. I noticed it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they make a lot of money now, actually.
So
I should go into that business.
So she started buying rickshaws. So each rickshaw costs £670, say up to about £700. And she said, every time I went on a business trip, I came back, from the profit she made, she started buying one rickshaw at a time and giving out to the families of her workers who are like, there's women who are working in her factory. So they would have sons or son-in-laws or members of their family. So she identified the people who are in like severe need of help. You know, you just, when you're going to start helping people in business, you need to first of all recognize that this family is actually, they're the one who need this.
Yes.
So there was one of the worker who's been with her for the last, since she basically started, and it was her son-in-law who was in great difficulty. Like, he had no job and he used to only work as a waiter. So what she did, her first rickshaw was bought for this lady's son-in-law. So what she did, she called him over. She said to him, go and buy yourself, I'll fund this, I'll give you the money, go and buy yourself a rickshaw. So that's exactly what he did. He went and bought the rickshaw, came back, and it had been about 3 months since he started working using that rickshaw, and he was doing really well. I mean, from his own mouth I heard 45,000 rupees compared to what he used to make, 200 rupees a day. So, and he had it's nothing.
1,000 rupees a week. It's like 4,000 rupees.
Yeah. So his life changed dramatically. He became, you know, it's like you don't give just people money. It's all about self-respect. It's about confidence. It's about, I can do this. It's to give someone a start in life, and a good start. To somebody, £700 might be a cost of a designer handbag.
Yes. Or
designer shoes, or you know, like a mediocre holiday abroad. But to somebody else, that £700
could be their living.
Is change of life for themselves, for their family. You know, he had 3 kids. He could afford to send them now to school.
Wow.
So
the effect is carrying on.
Look at the impact that £700 is going to make on that one person's life.
Yeah.
That one person is changing 5 different people's life for the future. So if he's got 3 kids, they will attend school, they will learn, hopefully they will get into better employment. If someone's ill in the family, he'll have enough money to take them for treatment. As you know, in Pakistan, you know, we don't have facilities like we have here in UK. To us, £700 is no big deal.
Yeah.
It's really nothing, because when we even go to supermarket shopping, we can spend 100, 200 pounds just like that. So that really, you know, it just struck me that how this is something that I would like to do. So I came back. You know, she inspired me. Yeah. That guy walking in and telling his own story, not story, he just genuinely came to thank her, that
yes.
Thank you very much for changing my life.
Yeah.
And I thought, Zarqa, you do so many different things. How about you try to change a person's life? Okay, we give charity, we give zakah every year, we help out people, you know, like you send money to your you know, relatives who are not probably well off, you help out friends, like somebody's having eye operation, you send money. But this is about continuity, because even there's a hadith, it says like small actions but done regularly have more
yes.
depth.
Of course.
So even if you do this for someone, even if you don't have the whole £700 at once, okay, you have that £5, you have that £10, donate it, so it goes to a good cause. So I came back, and the Ramadan was going to start. So on the first day of Ramadan, this opportunity came up to me at my local, you know, the area I live in. I volunteer for people who are housebound. So I work with this organization, that people who are sick, or they're terminally ill, or they're housebound for some reason or other. I go there once a week or twice a week to visit them.
So they have someone to talk to.
Yeah, so I might visit them for half a day, 1 hour, half an hour, it all depends. But I do that regularly because it makes difference to that person's life. Yeah. So I had been doing that prior to me learning about this rickshaw project.
Okay.
So when I came back, I was, you know, like I went for a meeting in that organization, and they said we're having an event, and because you're you know, famous TV chef or a TV cook, we want you to have a stall of food for our upcoming event. So I thought of one better. I said, definitely, because I'm going to do that to you know, help out for this project where I'm already working. But at this time, whatever I sell, part of it I'm going to be donating to this project that I've thought about.
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that. This is how I started being involved in this actively. I got my local community. We have a local group, women's group, and it's called a Gupshup group. We have that once a week. We meet up, you know, once every week, and we discuss ideas, and you know, like so I discussed the same idea with my group, and I said, I'm doing this event, and believe it or not, every single woman in that group, and there's good 15-20 ladies, they volunteered to help to cook.
Wow.
Yeah, because there is no way that I could have like made about 300 boxes of food to sell on that event.
Wow.
So I thought, you know, like, because you think, when you really believe in something, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens the door for you, and it gives you inspiration, and it gives you the means to carry on with with what you want to achieve. So I got all my Gupshup ladies to contribute towards that. So they, you know, somebody made the rice, somebody made the chicken curry, somebody made pakore, somebody made samosas, and so they all chipped in, they all helped. Somebody donated plastic containers.
Yeah.
So
see what difference it makes if community just gets together.
Yeah.
And does something together rather than, you know, competing with each other all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, competition is good, but if it's used positively.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But I'm saying is, if this is the thing about community that we don't realize. Like as a community, you can achieve so much.
Yeah.
So like you said, and you just put that out, and you're lucky that, you know, mashallah, you've got a good circle of friends that just, you know, came to your aid and did all this. So same with, like, now coming back. So sorry, carry on. And then some people donated the
so this is how it started.
Yeah.
Somebody you know, food, somebody cooked, somebody donated containers. Someone helped me with the leaflets. And there was well-known other charitable organizations. They even volunteered to do me the leaflets and the posters if I wanted to sort of go bigger. But because there was no time, and I didn't want to lose this opportunity, because I thought, I don't want to miss the small things for bigger things.
Yes.
The posters and the leaflets and the publicity and all of that. And because I'm associated with the media world as well, you know, like the TV channels, they wanted to make, you know, advertisement or something. I thought, you know what, I want to start from the basic, the base, because I want to show people that you don't need to be big, you don't need to be well known, you don't need to be anything, you just need to have that will and that compassion in your heart to do humanity, to do humanitarian stuff, because that's what matters. Your intentions are the biggest thing. So this is how it came about. So we packed the stuff, packed 300 boxes, went to the event next day. And it was, for your information, it wasn't a Muslim event, because this organization I volunteer for, it's you know, it's a non-Muslim organization.
Doesn't matter.
And majority of the people who bought you know, the food, they were. It
wasn't spicy for the Muslims.
Yeah, it was spicy. They were non-Muslims, and when they came to the stall, I told them you know, why we're doing this, and told them about the rickshaw, and every single person.
Wow.
They not only bought one box, just because I told them about what I'm trying to do, they bought one extra box.
Wow.
So if somebody just wanted rice, they said, do you know what, I'll just get the samosas too. So it was good for them, it was good for me, it was good for fundraising, it was good for everyone. So this is the basic idea that I'm inspired by, that it's good to it's good to help each other. it's good to help grow people. You have to grow together. So don't just think limited. You know, like here, ladies helped. That help went to somebody else. They enjoyed the food. In return, because they enjoyed the food, they bought the food. That money they bought the food from, it went to my rickshaw project. And in return, those people will make lots of dua.
Yes.
You're putting them in employment. You changing their lives.
That's just going to carry on for the rest of their life. Every
Yeah.
time they earn money, it's going to come back to you anyway.
Yeah,
Because
and
they
I'm not
make
limiting it to Pakistan.
Yeah.
As I said,
And mashallah, you said you had the intention to just to do for one.
this is subhanallah, subhanallah. You know,
Yeah.
like when I was sitting there, now my friend said to me, she said, Zarqa, I need one rickshaw from you as soon as you go in Ramadan. So I said, and I was hoping, Ya Rab, inshallah, I'll make
At least one.
I'll make £700 by doing this cooking event and the
Yeah.
food event, and inshallah I'll send. And would you believe it, Musart? I sent money for 3 rickshaws.
Wow.
3 rickshaws I sent money for, and people just donated. Not only from the food it came from the other classes, the Quran tafsir classes I was attending during Ramadan. So I mentioned it there, and one other person alone, they donated for 1 rickshaw.
Wow.
So don't ever think
You won't find someone.
you won't find some, because you never know if
So
one
what was your
word.
reaction when you thought, I only need 1 and you got 3?
My reaction was, Zarqa, don't stop there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's exactly what Zarqa did, because
Mashallah.
then I went on to set up my GoFundMe page.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, people started donating to that too. So somebody £5, some 50.
It doesn't
and
matter. It's like
it doesn't matter. £2.
Even a pound makes a difference.
Every pound makes
Yeah.
a difference. And you know, like I put up a picture of the rickshaw man who he bought rickshaw with all of the people's money. And I'll put a little bit of background story to it. So it's really, really simple. I mean, it's got nothing. I don't like complicated stuff.
Yeah.
So hence why I'm not a registered charity. And people said, oh, but you need to be registered charity in order for people to be donating to you. I said, do you know what? I don't want to come across as a business.
Yes.
I am just an ordinary woman.
It's just to show that the facilities are there.
Yeah.
And if your niyat is clean or your intentions are clean, niyat means intention.
Yes.
If your intentions are clean, you can, you know, anything's possible.
Exactly.
So it's just having that first thought and then putting that thought into action.
Correct.
And then obviously you will get turbulences on the way, like you just had. You'll have challenging people saying, oh, you should, people might say, oh, people might be thinking she's doing that money for herself.
Yes.
You'll get that all the time.
Yes.
But it's just a matter of showing them, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I believe in myself, and you are going to get naysayers no matter where you go.
Yeah.
People are going to say, they're going to find something to criticize you,
There was,
say, oh, maybe she's a TV personality, that's why she's doing it to show off.
Yeah,
you get so stuck sometimes.
Exactly.
But
But
to do a good deed, but you shouldn't let it stop you.
You shouldn't let that stop you.
Yes.
The only way is forward.
Exactly.
Don't look back.
Yeah.
This is the way, just follow it.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever comes along the way, don't forget, if Allah's put that intention in your heart,
Yeah.
Allah's the one who's going to make it easy for you to go ahead and do it.
Exactly.
And every time you do a good deed, you get so much reward.
It's true.
Unlimited reward. And imagine when you're helping someone like that and you're changing their life forever.
Exactly.
It's not a joke. This is serious stuff. And all for what? I mean, say you can't raise £700 by yourself. There's 4 siblings in your house. Each one puts a share. That's £700. So don't think of it as such a big thing.
Yeah.
Like mention it to. It's like when I would be traveling on a bus or a train. All of a sudden I said, you know what? Let me just tell this person sitting next to me. Or I will say, so I'll post on my wall just randomly. And people do watch, people do respond.
Yeah.
They will sort of ask you, they'll inbox you. So could we just donate this much? Yes, you can donate £1. Just do it.
It might just be slow at first.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I'm not going to
just
be,
pick up.
I mean, alhamdulillah, the 3 rickshaws I sent money for, and another 3 rickshaws, the money is ready for it. And inshallah, I'm going to send for 3 further rickshaws. I don't know if the process will now slow down, or it will just shoot up. This is why programs like this, Musart, is so important, because to discuss
why you're doing it, what effects it has, and stuff like that,
and it encourages people.
Exactly. So tell me a bit more about. So now you've continued, like you said, you've done 3 rickshaws, and now you raised funds for 5 more. Did you say?
No, 2 more. So
2 more, inshallah. So it'll be 5 in total.
Yeah.
And so tell me the reaction from the families.
I mean, the women, because most of them is the women, they recorded like small clips of them receiving that money and how it's gone and helped their families. So they've sent it to me via WhatsApp.
Okay.
Of course, it's very expensive for me to be traveling, you know, to
yeah.
So I have my friend who's already doing that, and you know, she does the Pakistan side of things, and I do the fundraising from here. I know a lot of people have come up to me. Oh, is this legal? Oh, is this other? Listen, guys.
Helping someone is not illegal.
Listen, guys, helping someone is not illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, not doing anything wrong. It's legal to set up a GoFundMe page, and it's legal to be human.
It's possible, yeah.
It's legal to smile. It's legal to help each other. So this is what I know. This is me. And if you feel that it's a good cause and it's something that you want to be involved in, you know, it will be appreciated in a big way, not just by me, but all the people that you're going to be helping to change their lives. So this is, I'm very high on this at the moment. That's because good. I feel inspired. I feel like
no, but it's like once you've made that first change, I think you get that feeling, wow, I couldn't believe this was possible.
As I said, I was out for 1 rickshaw. I thought, okay, Ramadan's come, let me do my good deed. You know, I'll do 1 rickshaw fundraising. Wow, 3 rickshaws, and I sent money. And I thought, Zarqa, maybe Allah wants you to do better things. Maybe Allah wants you to be involved in helping others. Maybe this is
just a start of something.
Maybe this is where my pensionable age, this is where I'm heading to, other than my TV cooking shows and all of that.
It's not you're not taking anything from it. It's
I'm not.
It's just a way of giving back, really.
Yes.
And giving back, I think one thing many people confuse about is, and I've seen this happen time again, when they are struggling with a bit of finances, they start holding tight onto money and stuff like that. And the advice I give to my clients as well is, when you do that, you're actually stopping more money coming to you, because you are becoming very needy and constrictive. And the best way to overcome any fears of money is to, whatever you've got, just give it away. Yeah. And just give a small amount away. It will give you a sense of release that I had that money and I can do it.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people, there's one thing that people realize is, when you're helping someone, it's going to come back to you. It'll come back to you tenfold. But the secret is, don't expect it. Just do it from a very clean intention, that I'm doing this to help this person because that person is worse off than me.
Absolutely.
And there's so many stories. Like, I remember reading a story. It's in a group somewhere, and I don't remember. I don't want to say the name of the girl, but she was mentioning something about giving, and she was saying she was coming home one day and she only had a few money left from her groceries, about £10 or something, and she's going for a bit of a rough patch, and she was going out to pay money for the dinner. And on the way she met a guy who was homeless. So, and he was obviously asking, please can you help me, I'm very hungry, I haven't eaten for 2 days. And she just she just looked at her children and said, you know what, took the £10 out and gave it to him. Yeah. Obviously, you know, she said inside of it, she did think before that, oh, how am I going to pay for my dinner today? But then she thought, you know what, I've got it, let him have it. You know, inshallah there'll be a way. So, or whatever. She just said she felt good that at least she's fed someone who hasn't. And she was in a worse position herself, actually. As she went home, the weird thing is, her neighbor came and gave her a whole big feast of food the same day.
SubhanAllah. Exactly.
And then she was amazed and she thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She said, oh my God, I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to go out and I was served this, and this was my need. And she said they gave so much, like it could last for 2-3 days. Yeah. SubhanAllah. It just shows you.
Allah said, I give you tenfold.
Yeah, because she was saying that I think she was waiting, her money hadn't come through yet for like these, and that's the last £10 she had in her pocket. And it just goes to show, you know, caring for others, and it will come in different ways.
What goes round comes round.
Yeah, it will go and come in, and it will come at your need at the time when you weren't expecting it.
Exactly, exactly. It has
and
so
I've
much
experienced that in
barakah
my life the whole time. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter if you're giving. If you can't give money, I say go and make someone smile. At least
to put on smile on someone's face is worth more than million.
Exactly. So even
Trust
if,
me.
Yeah, even if you're just making someone smile or making them feel respected in society where people will disrespect them,
Yeah.
you know, it all makes a difference. It
It's
doesn't
like
have to be money.
when I'm doing this live cooking, right? And some people will call in and say, "You really made us happy." And before I didn't used to think of
What I was
and
doing.
yeah. But then when you actually hear people, they're sitting there, they don't need to ring in to say, "You really made our day."
Yeah.
But it actually makes my day. It makes me want to cook more.
Oh, bless you. I have to try your cooking now because, you know, on the TV they look so nice. You just feel like going through the screen and picking out, but you can't. And I'm like, the lucky cameraman, the lucky producer around, they're going to have that nice feast now. I was like,
And also I wanted to mention, Sarah, use your skills to
everybody's got
fundraise.
skills, yes.
I use my cooking skill or my cooking know-how or my cooking background.
Yeah.
It sort of gave me an idea. I was thinking, how shall I fundraise?
But then,
I said,
okay. But I'm saying that's the reason why you went to Pakistan.
Yeah.
That was the way to guide you. This is possible.
This is possible.
And the main thing is you start from your home country because first you start from your own home and then you carry on to different.
Exactly.
Parts of
And
the
whatever
world.
skill you got, use that to fundraise.
Yeah.
You know, like some people would say. And also I want to mention, like, the £5 or the £10 you have might not have the same value for you, but to someone else it means the world.
Shopping, yeah.
Means the world.
Yeah, could be a weekly shopping.
Yeah. If for you to say morning to your next door neighbor who's housebound, okay, for you to pop in and say morning, how are you? Do you need anything? That could mean lifeline for them.
Yes.
But to you, it's a 2-minute, 5-minute gesture. It's stuff like that. We need to think like that. We need to.
You could be giving every day.
You can give in different ways. It's not about the physical money.
Yeah. No, but it's coming back to that as well. There's another story I read on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's quite a touching one. This woman, I think she was by the sea or something, and she took her son out for coffee. She had the money, so like she was okay. This one, and she said she bought coffee for the guy. No, I think she was hungry and she brought him in with her. She gave him breakfast as well. Like she paid for his breakfast. They were having cafe. She bought him coffee and had something to eat. And before he left her a note. He didn't speak anything. He was obviously so hungry, bless him, and he ate and he left.
Yeah.
And on the note he said, "Today I was about to commit suicide, but because of you I didn't."
Subhanallah. See?
And he said, "Because of you I didn't commit suicide because you came to my aid when I was hungry. Before I was giving up on life."
Yeah.
And it goes to show, I still need to be in this world.
Yes.
And it's just amazing to show you've saved somebody's life. For even
your small action.
Your small action to saying, look, you may be in a bad.
If you spend £2.50, £3 on a coffee.
Yes.
On that guy.
Yeah.
In return, it stopped him committing suicide.
Exactly. And that message was like so heartwarming when I read it. I was like,
yeah.
And you see so many people around, even in London, like, people might think London is a very rich country. You see so many people in worse off positions, sleeping and stuff like that. And every time I walk past them, if I have any spare change, I try my best to just give it to them. But then I think, and I always look at them and I realize, Allah, thank you so much. You've given me a roof over my head and I can choose what to eat.
Exactly.
I think that's the biggest never.
We're
Sometimes
spoiled.
it makes me feel spoiled as well. Sometimes I'm thinking, you know what? On top of it, we can eat. We get 3 meals a day.
We make choice to eat.
We have the
Shall
choice.
we have meat today, fish?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you know what? I've had so
Are we
much
still
of meat.
alone?
I fancy vegetable.
Exactly.
I mean, this is how spoiled we are.
Exactly.
And there's people, they say,
in the world who don't know when their next meal is.
This is it. They don't have clean water. What about meal is a big deal.
Yeah.
They don't have clean water.
I know. That's the saddest part.
So we must not forget the basics of life.
Yeah.
I just want to give, this is my strongest message today. Let's go back to basics.
Yeah. You don't have to be high end. You don't have to be.
We don't need to be,
rich or anything.
Rich or anything. Richness is in heart.
Yes.
If you have £5, spend £1 out of it. It won't break your bank. It will actually make you the tenner.
Yeah. Right, we're going to go for a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll have a few more words of wisdom from Zarqa Hamid, and then we'll wrap up.
Oasis Banqueting Hall, Barking, is East London's first choice for any occasion, offering a range of services and facilities to suit your needs, whether it's a wedding, birthday, anniversary or religious service. 180 to 1000 guests. You can trust us to make your event truly special. Oasis Banqueting Hall, Barking, the perfect choice for your occasion. For bookings, call 0208 594 2222.
Welcome back. We're going to go back and talk to Zarqa a bit more about humanitarian. Sorry, more. Can cut that. His tummy was rumbling. Couldn't see it. I lost the thing. Right. Start again. Okay. Hi. Welcome back. And we are going to speak a bit more to Zarqa. I don't know if you missed. What's wrong with me? Sorry, Ms. Anur. Can you just pause and start again? My tummy is rumbling so much. Right. Welcome back. And I hope you enjoyed the first half with Zarqa Hamid, talking a bit more about how we can give back to the community. It doesn't matter where you're from and how you do it, anything is possible. So touching a bit more on that, Zarqa, so what is your next mission now?
My next mission is, of course, to keep raising funds, and I need ideas from all you people out there.
Okay. Well, you know, actually, coming back on ideas, do you remember when we had our first conversation?
Yes.
This is one thing that's very close to me in Pakistan, is about the situation with transgenders.
Yes.
Hijra, they say in Urdu, and something else. And you know, I wrote an article about this last year on my blog, like how my distress is and stuff like that. And I think I discussed this with you. And obviously, these people are born with an inborn abnormality. That's the best way to put it. And unfortunately, due to the society, they have to go and entertain people and also be...
And they're living by entertainment.
They're living by entertainment. Yeah. Forget the entertainment part, you know, we have a world of entertainment. But the part is the lack of respect they have in the society. They're not treated as humans. Also, many mothers have to disown their children because the father doesn't want anything to do with them anymore. And this thing really hurts me because Islam is a religion of peace, and you know, and this happens a lot in Pakistan especially, and it happens in India as well. But I think is that these people could, if they could be giving a better livelihood and a bit of respect in the society, or maybe even a bit of treatment, which is something I feel needs to be done, you know, and that's something that I'm close to back home, that I feel that we can make those changes, you know. Obviously there's orphanages and stuff like that, but I feel this is something, if we can change the society, this will bring up a lot of level of respect with like equalism.
And also this is something that I don't think anybody's done anything about it, like at least they haven't fundraised for the transgenders.
Yes. No, there is one community, I don't remember the name now, that started something small, where they give them a bit more respect in the society. Now they've got rights, they've got more rights as a...
I think there's a law now in Pakistan
with the rights system.
With the rights to the hijras.
Yes.
Yes.
They have more rights now. They can fight their cases and stuff like that. But it just breaks my heart to say, you know, because I'm a person when it comes to hurting people, like with words, I'm very, very careful. I like to make sure I don't hurt anyone. And it's like this is something I want to change in the world.
Okay.
Your tongue is the biggest thing, because you don't know what that person's past is, why they're going through.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to pull them and say, oh, come and be religious. They're not going to change overnight because they've been used to that abnormality since day one. Like, you know.
And why should you be, if Allah's created them in that way?
Yeah.
Allah is the all-knowing.
Yes.
There's hikmah behind it.
Exactly.
So that you know, it could be that it's for normal people.
Yeah.
To feel for this,
yes,
you know, like, and to help and to understand and to give them emotional support and to make them feel part of the society. You know, so there's a lesson in it for us.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to them. You know, there's lots of
people make fun of them.
Yeah, and that's wrong. You know, even with any society, I feel like people make even fun of beggars, for example, or they might even judge them. You know, I know there's lots of people who are even milking it. Right?
Yes.
Like,
oh, there's a proper business setup of beggars.
Oh yeah, there is. But I think when you create the livelihood, that makes them push into the right direction. That look, okay, I can do something for myself. I have these abilities, you know. And there will be some people who have severe disabilities, but they're still making a living for themselves. You know, there's people who have no arms and they're actually going out and earning money, and they're, you know, writing with their mouth. And it just shows that there is no limitation in this world. We created those limitations.
I just hate the fact that people get tagged, like they label them.
Yes.
If you're
People get labelled, yeah.
if you're transgender, that's your life. Don't move forward to anywhere else. This is what they do.
Yeah, I know.
And
they'll call them for entertainment and laugh with them, whatever, and then afterwards they'll just kick them.
That's right, because there's no
or even you know,
because they don't accept them.
Yeah.
It's like, have you created them?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they there by choice?
Yes.
Did they choose to be like this?
But the sad thing is, the tables can turn, and
it could be someone in your family.
Exactly.
Yeah. So think
what
like
would you do in that situation? But I think this awareness needs to be woken up, and it's just. I think that applies to every abnormality in the world, because there are some people who, like I said before, who are surpassing that and have much better mindset and hearts than those people are normal.
Yeah. So
it makes it quite sad.
Shall we buy rakshas for the transgenders?
Yeah. No, maybe we can create something where we give them a halal kamai, you know, like a halal rozi.
Yes.
Like, you know, maybe teach them skills of sewing.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe they can start a cleaning business. We don't know, anything's possible.
Form an organization, especially.
Yeah.
Where they can come for help.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be help in a form of advice.
Exactly.
Could be help in form of finance.
Yeah, or not just that, just having that a bit.
Or
of
have a check.
They can even be educated.
Educated, yeah. I wonder if they actually go to school.
They don't. Bless them. Nobody wants them. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them to even be in the society. Like I said, you know, there's, you know, I've read this. I've heard recently. I heard when I wrote that article about a year ago, and I put it in a Pakistani group out of fright. I don't know what the reaction was going to be, but actually, there's one boy. He said, "Oh, Baji, can you explain why you've done this? What's the article based about and stuff like that?" And I said, "Look, the Prophet ﷺ taught peace and unity, and I saw a documentary which was called How Gay is Pakistan, and it really hurt me because of the way the treatment is going on and stuff like that with these kind of people." And he said, "Oh, why are you saying this?" He wanted to question me a bit, and I said, "Look, the reason I'm saying it, and it was on a public forum, I said, look, we need to change how we look at people. Everybody, they were born like that.
Yeah.
You can't change it, I can't change it, but the least we can do is give them a bit of respect."
This idea, while I'm talking to you, this idea is popping up in my head.
And then he just turned around and said, do you know what he said to me? He said, you know what? Before I read your article, I used to make so much fun of these people. And now after reading your article, I would never do it again.
Cooking show with the transgenders.
You never know. No,
watch out.
But they can't even educate themselves. Why? Can they not be lawyers? Can they not be teachers? Can they not be nurses?
Of course.
The limits are high just because of this hormonal deficiency.
Yeah.
They are labelled this way, and this hurts me so much because on top of it, the Prophet ﷺ came to this world and he taught peace and his encouragement and stuff like that, and we have just outcasted people. I don't know what answer we're going to give.
This is transgender, but in Pakistan overall, any disability is shoved under the carpet.
That's what I meant.
Any disability.
When I wrote my novel Elena, that's what it's based about.
Yeah.
About, you know, a child who has a learning difficulty, but then she's pushed to the side as someone who is slow and a retard. Yeah. Just because of cultural norms. And then she gets pulled out of school, whereas all she needed was a bit of help. But for the rest of her life, she stays illiterate. You know, it's just a way to raise awareness that we are actually lucky to be in a society where we have this unity and we have these social rights. I think we could be talking all day about this.
Yes,
but this is something that's close to me, and I feel, and it's part of Pakistan that, you know, inshallah, maybe.
Inshallah, you never know.
And maybe if somebody hears this idea and they want to start it before me, I don't care. I would come and join you. You know. But anyway.
And anybody who's hearing this or watching this, I can't stress enough that please try to make difference to other people's lives. Yes. Wherever you are. You know, within your family,
it can make a difference.
You can make difference.
So before we leave, I normally ask the guests if they can give one piece of advice to my lovely audience
regarding
anything that you would say that they could start using straight away that will make a big impact on their life.
Guys, I want you to smile. I think your smile can not only uplift you, but it can uplift others. So you're doing 2 in 1. Keep smiling.
What a beautiful message. All right, until next time, thank you for watching the live show with Musart. I hope you enjoyed our lovely discussion. And until next time, the live show with Musart.
बाजी मैं आगे बाजी को लांदी हम ना काम लमन ते मैंने बाजी राशन लाए देंदी है मेरे घर च बहु गुरबत है बेटा मेरा जवान फौत होया ते छोटे छोटे बच्चे न पे ते बाजी में दरवाजा की तबे मैं तो चिरी चिरी लाए देसा ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਨੇ। ਅੱਲਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁ ਦੇਵੇ, ਡਿੱਗ ਦੇਵੇ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁ ਦੁਆਈ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਬੈਠੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅੱਲਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਜੋ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਵੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। बाजी होला दी मेहरबानी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। बाजी होला ने मेरे बच्चे नूं चांद गाड़ी लैके दित्ती है। पहले मजदूर दिहाड़ी ते चलांदा ही ते 150 रुपया मिलदा ही। हुण शुक्र है अल्लाह दा कि मेरे बच्चे रज के रोटी खांदे ने। अल्लाह भला करे बाजी होला दी सहेली दा जिन्हां ने बाहरों पैसे भेजे ने। असीं बहुत मजबूर हाँ, मुश्किल वक्त ही गुजर गया। अल्लाह उन्हां दा भला करे, अल्लाह उन्हां नूं बहुता दे। असीं उन्हां नूं झोलियां चुक चुक के दुआवां दिन्ने आ। अल्लाह उन्हां दा भला करे, अल्लाह उन्हां नूं बहुत ज़्यादा दे। जिन्हां ने मदद की अल्लाह मियां उन्हां दे कमाइयां च बरकत पाए।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। बाजी असी बड़े मजबूर सां। बाजी होला ने सानू चांद गाड़ी ला के दी। मेरा बंदा मजदूर सी, छोटे छोटे बच्चे ने मेरे खान वाले। उन्हां दी बड़ी मेहरबानी, उन्हां दियां दोस्तां दी भी बड़ी मेहरबानी जिन्हां ने साडा काम कीता है, चांद गाड़ी ला के दी। असी रोटी तो तंग हाँ, बहुत मजबूर सां असी। बाजी ने सानू चांद गाड़ी ला दी, उन्हां दियां दोस्तां ने ला दी। अल्लाह ताला उन्हां नूं साडी जिंदगी इन्नी देवे कि किसी चीज़ की थोड़ ना अल्लाह ताला देवे उन्हां नूं।